So struggling with this stuff isn't exactly fun by yourself. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but to do it by yourself, it's kind of tough. This is a solid shaft. It's not a pipe. It's actually solid steel. Because I've said this in the past, when Krone builds something, they build it to last. They don't build it to be a joke. They don't build it so you have to repair it all the time. They build it to last. And yeah. Even though you have to maintain them, they are still built to last. You do have to maintain your equipment. That's all it boils down to. Doesn't matter whether it's a car, truck, tractor, baler, combine. If you ain't fixing it, wrenching on it, eventually it's going to fail you. And you're going to be wrenching on it. Just the long and the short of it. Things break. Things break. So you're probably wondering where everybody is today. Well, Mother's Day, right? So for Mother's Day, some mothers deserve it and others don't. And I won't go there too much. But some mothers, there's a lot of mothers that know they're good mothers, and well, they don't know they're good mothers and they are good mothers. And then there's mothers that think they're good mothers and they're pretty shitty. But I won't go there. It's fine. As you can see, the amount of grease that's come out of this thing, which is pretty decent. I'm happy with the way it looks. Yeah. So the wear on this one, I don't know if you can see what I see with the naked eye, but you can see about 2/3 of this has some major wear onto it. And that's what wears. It doesn't run on the whole thing. It runs to that outer edge. And I honestly think that they've made the bearings smaller inside, but they made the races bigger to increase the size of that wear point. And I was told that that's what they were going to do. I don't know if that's what they've done. But if they did, good. If they didn't, well, I guess that's good too. Because you just got to know when to change stuff. I have a leak in that roof. It's pissing me off because I've tried to fix it and I can't find it. But anyway. Yeah. So I don't have the right size wrench to go on here. This is my metric tool set. And I thought I had one that went that big, but apparently I don't. So I got to use this adjustable wrench. Oh, God. And when you use the adjustable wrench, you really kind of got to worry about it getting, not so much the loosening of it as much as the tightening of it. You want to make sure it tightens it up. That damn roof is pissing me off too. I got to figure that one out. So this thing here is loose, which I don't like. It is not supposed to be loose. See that? So I'm going to have to fix that. That's the first one I've come across. The other ones I used Loctite in them last year, the gap filler Loctite, and it worked really good for the others, but this one here I may have missed it. I don't know that I did it on all 5 bars. Oh my God. Of course I'm going to be told that I'm using my adjustable wrench wrong. It's okay. I'm not really in a caring mood right now. I can tell you this though, it's going to suck. Well, let's do it this way. I don't want to do that, but that's what I will. There. Just needed a little help. Yeah, so I'm going to have to pull that off, fill it with stuff, and put it back on. Let me get back to here. Okay, so here we go again. All right, so Carl called me, and he met with Steve down at the Mushroom Barn, the guy that's hauling my equipment, ISX Cummins 565. If you don't know him, go check out his channel. You'll see that he's got a couple of pieces of my equipment on there as he's going. Now, he's the guy that's hauling my equipment down to North Carolina, and he does a good job. And I got him on the straw deal coming up out of North Carolina to the composter, which should make a huge difference for him coming up here. So he's not deadheading. If he's got a deadhead someplace into, say, Pennsylvania or even Ohio or Virginia or West Virginia, he can easily just shoot over to North Carolina, grab a load of straw, send it up to Kaolin, and off you go. Now, if any of you truck drivers out there are watching and you're looking for a backhaul, or if you're deadheading up the eastern seaboard, up the 95 corridor, there is work. If you're a flatbedder or a walking floor guy, there is work coming up out of North Carolina. Give me contact information. Contact me. I will put it over to the right people. They are looking for drivers. They are short on drivers. They need help getting this material up out of the Carolinas into Pennsylvania. And it's a pretty easy run. You either take the tunnel bridge up or you take the 95 corridor. And that's how that's going to work. So, anyways, with that being said, let's get on back to this video here. So you saw me struggle with this bar. You see me inside there. I don't seem to be, doing too much, just a lot of busy work inside there. It's a pain in the ass. There are two grease lines that have to go onto a coupler, a housing, and those grease lines actually shoot grease into those two bearings that I'm replacing. Now, it's kind of an amazing thing how they can make grease all this stuff. There's O-rings in there. There's all kinds of stuff. It's just, to me, it's amazing. They've really come a long way with these automatic lubers, and that's what they are. They're automatic lubers. I put grease into that automatic luber, and I generally 2 days. I get 2 days out of, I don't know how many, 10, not 10, about 2 days out of maybe 6 tubes of grease out of that thing. And we're going to be burning through a lot of grease going on down in North Carolina. We're going to be burning through it. What has happened, and I've mentioned this before, is the first year that I had this baler, we pretty near wore through the bearings that I'm replacing in that 11,000 bale range. Now, this baler has over 30,000 bales on it, and I never, ever was able to get 30,000 bales on a New Holland baler without major issues. Broken pickup headers, just the BB960A was the closest I ever came at 27,000 bales. The next one was a 340 crop cutter. I think I had 28 or 29,000 bales through it, something like that. This one here has well over 30. How many bales did I have on that bale? Well, here's the other thing with those New Holland balers. They didn't put the material through in those bales. I mean, those were 1,100-pound bales. You could never get them any tighter. You could move right along with those balers. Not as fast as a Krone, obviously, but you could move right along. But you couldn't put the material in them. They were never strong enough or tight enough to suit me. The bales looked ragged. It did pack a decent bale, but they just looked terrible. But 1,100 pounds was the maximum I could get out of there. These bales coming out of this baler, shorter. I was at 110 inches with 102 inches with those bales off the New Holland baler. These bales are 92 inches long.
and I'm putting 1,450 pounds of hay in each one. So there's more material going through these balers, than there was in the New Hollands when I was running the New Hollands. So 102, I did go to 110 inches at one time. For some reason, I didn't like it. It seemed like I was getting less in the bale. And I shrunk it back down to 102 inches. When I bought this Krone baler, I was running it at 94 inches, and then I dropped it to 92 inches. And I can tailor the bale to what the truck can hold. All right, so with the twine and the baler, if I say I want 1,500-pound bales, I just put more pressure to those bales and to the boards, and the bale will come out 1,500 pounds. And the reason I know that is because I have a scale on these balers. Now here comes the next bar out of the chamber. So these things are heavy. They're like probably 150 pounds all dressed up and everything. So anyways, enjoy the rest of the video.
Okay. Here's another reason you really want to get your hands in there and take these out. I'm going to pop you off of there for a second, show you the wear on this one. You notice this one's different. This is the one that stuffs the hay up into the bale chamber in front of the plunger. And watch this. See that? Look what I discovered. Bolt's loose. That's causing me an ass ache. Not only did it cause an ass ache, it's probably destroyed this piece. So I'm going to get it apart and take a look at it. It ain't going to take much to take it apart. Not much at all. Greasy. Not bad. But it also causes problems. Is that thing shot? Or is it just this one that's shot? This one. Okay. Alright. Okay. So what do we do here? Well, just pop those off. Yeah. Alright. No sense even bothering with this thing. I'll have to order that part. That's all. Okay, that's it for today. I can't do anything more than this to this thing today other than take my parts book home, go through and circle the parts, get the part numbers. This has got to be replaced. Now, if I don't replace this, it's just going to excessively wear the bearings. This one's worn pretty bad. This one as well. They're both worn pretty bad because all that woggle that's in there has probably stressed the bolt. Obviously, the bolt, the washer that retains it on there is shot. I do see a little bit of wear on here, but nothing that I'm too concerned with. So when I do slide the new one on, and I will be buying a new one, it's probably 250 bucks. But I don't know. Could be more, could be less. I don't know. I'm going to find out though. But before I slide the new one on, I'm going to put some retaining Loctite on there to take up any of the gaps that are in there and make it so it's tight. So I'm not even going to bother with these bearings. I'm just going to leave that thing right where it's at. And yeah, Tuesday morning I'm going to make a phone call because it is Sunday, and I think tomorrow's Memorial Day. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the Indianapolis 500 is run tomorrow. But with that being said, I'm going to go get some lunch because I'm hungry.